Marcos Villegas, Fight Up TV from behind the camera today, being joined with Timothy Bradley. Tim, so many things I've been wanting to talk to you about, man, but I know I don't have much time, so let me just kind of go through them. Ryan versus Rolly. Does Rolly have a chance to beat Ryan Garcia?
You got a puncher's chance. That's it.
That's
he
it.
can punch. It's a puncher's chance. I mean, yeah. I mean, when you got power, you got a chance. I mean, you just got to land one, right? But I don't see it. I think Ryan. I think Ryan has changed definitely. I think his character has definitely changed. With the way he's displaying it now, a lot more calmer, very respectful. Look like a real businessman now. He's not all loud and crazy like he was. He's kind of calmed it and tamed it down a bit. So I respect that with Ryan, man, and I think he's gonna be a lot more focused now, and he's actually gonna go and train, and he's gonna definitely put on a show, and I think he's gonna win, man. I think he's gonna win by knockout.
How long does that fight go, in your opinion?
It won't go past 6.
Wow, everyone's been saying that.
I don't think it goes past 6.
Why?
What's up, fam?
Why do you guys think it?
Nah,
won't
there's
go
too many
past-
hoes. Too many hoes in the game of too many hoes. Too many hoes. Too many hoes. Too many hoes in this game.
Devin, cut that right on out. Okay, cut that out.
Too many hoes in this game, man. Y'all know, man. Come on, ain't nobody stupid. You know what I'm saying? Stevie Wonder here can see that he got a lot of hoes in this game, man. He's very unconventional, but got some pop on his shots, but that's it. I think Ryan's gonna catch him with that left hook, and it's gonna be night-night.
How shocking would it be if Rolly pulled the upset?
That'll be shocking as hell if Rolly pulled off the upset. Yeah. But I think Rolly's damaged goods, man. I mean, if you look at his last couple of fights, bro, he hasn't been the same since he got knocked out by Gervonta Davis, bro. He hasn't been the same. Sometimes one fight can ruin your entire career, man. He's just not the same. He's not the same mentally. He's not the same physically, bro. And after he left his coach, the coach has been, that was coaching him starting out, Bullet. He looks a little different. No disrespect to anybody that's working with him now, but he just looks different, bro. He's not the same fighter.
What about Devin returning against Ramirez?
Good fight, but Devin should be able to outbox Ramirez. I love Ramirez to death. I love him to death, but he can be outboxed. He comes forward. He got great left hook. We're going to see if Devin learned anything. A little slower with the left hook, but Ramirez got pop. He got pop on that left hook, man. So it's a good test for Devin, because you already know what's lined up. The Garcia fight is lined up, so, what other to do it against a Mexican fighter that's aggressive, that's going to come forward and going to look to land that left hook.
What do you make of them already lining it up before these fights are done?
I don't make it of anything. I mean, they just got to go in there and do their job. That's it. I mean, look, sometimes parties can get ruined, bro. You can have all the plans in the world, but, God got something different in store. So, if these guys got to go in there, they got to take care of their business like everyone is expecting them to. Haney included, got to take care of his business so the rematch can happen.
Do you, you've been a fighter and seeing that brutal fight that Devin went through, do you have lingering questions about him coming into that rematch or even with this Ramirez fight?
I don't have any lingering questions. I think he took enough time off.
Yeah.
And he took the time off, but he was working. So while everybody's talking, Devin was working. So I respect his dedication. I respect his hustle. I think he's coming back at the right time. He gave enough brain enough time to rest, and he gave himself enough time to rededicate himself to the sport, kind of figure out some things, change some things. So, no, I think Dev's gonna be fine.
Do you favor Ryan or Devin in the rematch?
Or
it remains to be seen how they perform?
No, I mean, look, man. Look, at the end of the day, the narrative is the steroid allegations. That's the narrative at the end of the day, right? So, if Ryan goes in there and does the same thing, then was it the steroids? You know what I mean? This fight is a must-win for Devin. Must win. If Devin don't win this fight, right, and get along, Ryan doesn't test positive for any illegal substance, bro, and he wins this fight, or he does the same thing he did the first time around, then all the steroid allegations, all that shit is just go by the wayside. I mean, yeah, he was on PEDs, but still. He gonna be like, you still can't block the left hook, bro. You know what I'm saying? You still can't block this left hook. So it's a must-win for Devin. It's a dangerous fight for him, bro. He gotta win. He has to win this rematch. Period. Yeah.
Or career is.
Nah, I don't think career is done.
Yeah.
I don't think career is done. Nah.
But maybe rep.
Nah, I mean, look, man, his reputation right now because of the whole allegations and you know, suing and all that stuff, bro. Like, I was the first one to tell you that shit was soft as shit. That's soft. You know what I mean? I was the first, well, I probably was one of the first ones to say it. But, you know, it is what it is. Now he just got to go in there again, take care of business first. He got to be thinking about just Ramirez right now, and then go ahead and handle his business against Garcia. So, but yeah, I think he gonna be all right. I think Devin gonna be all right, bro. He fought stupid the first time around. He won a lot of those rounds that he didn't get knocked down in. He has the boxing ability, and if he learns something, I'm sure he should be able to do a lot better this time around. But you got to understand that Ryan didn't train for that first fight either. Ryan gonna come in, he gonna be a little different too. You know, he gonna train for your ass this time. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see, man. So
do we see the same when Gervonta rematches Lamont Roach?
Could be, yeah, because the styles make fights, man. And obviously, Lamont Roach, man. Look, anybody that can take a shot and that's tough, bro, and that can take it to Tank, they can beat him. All right, Roach, he mentally tough. Had his game plan, was able to execute, was able to march forward in spots. He was able to control a lot of the action, you know, and he put the pressure and he hits hard enough to get Tank respect. You know, he landed on Tank, he didn't hurt Tank, and he was there. You know what I mean? He was there battling him mentally, you know, talking shit to him and, you know, going back and forth. Like, he handled his business. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. He did a great job. Him and his team had him ready. You know, the second time around, I mean, look, Tank knows what he brings. You know, Tank knows he's a tough opposition. Tank knows that his style is tough as well. I'm sure Tank's gonna go back to the drawing board and see where they can improve in or improve on, and you know they're gonna come back and they're gonna put their best foot forward, bro. But like, look, if this shit don't motivate you, Tank, you know the fact you got to draw, the fact that you had a big fight lined up with Jake Paul after this, and now you got to wait, and now you got to do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because like his name right now is getting drugged through the mud. You know, and all those fans that was on his side, bro, a lot of them are switching teams now, you know? So, you know, look, he got a lot to prove, not only to himself, but a lot to prove to his fans and his fan base out there. So he go back in there, had his rematch, and he do what he's supposed to do, like he's supposed to do the first time around, then all the shit that happened in the pad, it swept under the rug. Because that's just how, you know, the fans is and the sport is. You know, and then he moves on to bigger things. I guess Jake Paul's that guy.
We hope Shakur, but...
Of course. I mean, look, we love sports, bro. We want to see him against Shakur. We want to see him against the best fighters out there, you know. But obviously, from what I see and the way he's moving, I don't think those fights are going to happen.
My last one for you, Tim. You know, you're a guy who's a straight shooter. So with Dana White and TKO coming in, what's your honest opinion on it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it both? Pros and cons? What's your take on it?
Look, it's just competition. It's competition. You got competition in boxing, right? Both fighters, you know, everybody. It's competition. Same thing with this. It's competition. Everybody step your game up. That's it. TR, step your game up. The Zone, step your game up. Everybody got to step their game up with this new entity coming in. That's just it. And there's nothing wrong with competition. So, you know, new entity. You know, we're gonna see how we know how they narrate and how they you know, navigate through boxing. It's a little different than what we've ever seen before. The way it sounds, but again, I mean, look, they got to get product. In order to get product, you got to pay them. So, you know, until they have product and they got a list of fighters fighting, it's just, for me, it's just speculation. One, it's a plan, but they still got to execute that plan. So let's just sit back and let's just wait. Let's not sit here and let's not judge and sit like, oh, let's have a pink. Nah. It's great. Hey, look, they trying to infuse money into our sport, bro. You know what I mean? These are billionaires trying to infuse money into the sport, and they trying to better the sport. So competition is what we after, right? Well, this is an opportunity for competition, and I know it's going to take some time to where the best will always fight the best. So I'm not mad at that at all. All right?
All right, Tim, you got others waiting for you. Appreciate the time as always. Thank you.
Peace and air grease.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.